Welcome back this morning. We are continuing to follow that breaking news out of Washington, D.C. 2 Israeli embassy employees were shot to death right outside of the Capitol Jewish Museum.
We've now learned the suspect is from Chicago and has been taken into custody. We head live to Washington, D.C. now, where CBS News' Scott MacFarlane is working to find out more. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. Police say this was a targeted attack, but what else have investigators shared about the shooting so far?
Now, they say this Chicago defendant, Elias Rodriguez, who's in his 30s, was chanting "Free Palestine, Free Palestine" after he was taken into custody for this shooting of 2 Israeli embassy workers. If you look closely at your screen, you can see the small brick building behind me. That's the Capitol Jewish Museum where this happened at about 8 p.m. last night. It's across the street from the FBI's Washington, D.C. field office. It's near the Washington, D.C. police headquarters. We're near the Capitol here, too. This is a heavily secured area. Nevertheless, this was the site of a targeted attack last night. Rodriguez could appear in court as early as today. This would be a federal crime. It happened in the Federal District of Columbia.
Scott, what do we know about those victims, these 2 Israeli embassy employees killed?
Yeah, some representatives of the Israeli government say they worked at the embassy and that they were a couple, a young couple. That the engagement ring had been purchased by Iran to give to Sarah at some point in the next week or two. But this was a nighttime event. This was a social gathering at the museum in a very busy part of the district, a very social part of Washington, D.C. Lots of attractions here at night. This type of crime in this high secure area is not only troubling because of its violent nature, but there's also going to be an investigation as to whether this was a terrorist strike in the most literal sense.
Scott, before we let you go, you mentioned, this high security area. We see that it's still roped off with police tape at this hour around the museum, around that intersection that you're standing at. What do we expect security to look like in this area as we head into the rest of the morning as this investigation is ongoing?
That's a good question. It's not just this area. The Israeli Prime Minister says they're ratcheting up security at all of their facilities across the globe. Here today, this is a crime scene. This is an active investigation, and it's not an inconsequential spot. Again, the FBI agents work across the street, and they're now part of this police investigation.
CBS News' Scott MacFarlane live for us in D.C. right outside of the museum where these Israeli embassy staffers were shot and killed just last night. Scott, thank you for the latest there.